Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. Celine Driver once again bringing you another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. Yes, he bought another Zelos. Yes, he did. Yes, I did, but it was an impulse buy in a way. I was contacted by a friend of mine on my favorite Discord server, the Random Rob Discord server. A friend of mine named Hector. He has the Winding Crowns YouTube channel. And he DM'd me saying that he was going to sell this particular watch on the Flippers group on the Random Rob Discord server, but being that I was quote unquote Mr. Zelos, which is a nickname that's been hung on me by other people because I have a rather large Zelos collection and I have a rather large fandom of Zelos. He wanted to offer it to me first because I had mentioned in a recent video that I did not own any longer a Great White in my collection. I had two at one time, the Generation 1 Great Whites, and I did get a chance, thanks to my friend John, to review the yellow or Bumblebee version 2 of the Great White. And he asked me if I wanted first crack at this watch. And I looked at the picture he sent, and I said, oh, yes, especially since it was offered at a fantastic price. And here it is, right here in the beautiful metal Zelos box that they are using currently. I love this box. It does tend to be a little bit vulnerable to scratching, but in another video I did, I found a cloth bag on Amazon, which was just the right size to store these in and protect them. I did a video on that, and it received both praise and criticism. So I now have Zelos Great White number 18 in the forged carbon dial, which I've owned forged carbon dial watches in the past. This one is really, really nice looking. And, here it is. This is the Great White, both version 1 and version 2, are basically upsized Makos. The Mako did come first. That's a 40 millimeter watch. This is pretty much, it's Big Brother. It's a 43 millimeter. I'll go over all those measurements in a little bit. But it is just beautifully done in the forged carbon. Not many of these around. In fact, it probably says on here somewhere, number 18 out of something. Take a look, see if I can spot it. No, maybe not. Oh, wait, maybe it's right over there. 18 of 200, okay. Uses the current, well, actually, it's the version 1 of the current slidable Zelos class, where you can push it inward with it's basically a simpler glide lock system. You push it in. If you need to pull it out again, you pull this lever back and it releases the spring and allows you to size it on the fly, if you will. Now the forged carbon dial comes with these antique-looking indices. It's got sort of a faux patina on the indices, and it does lower the lume a little bit compared to other Zelos Great Whites. But it's still pretty bright. You can see a picture of that on the Zelos website if you want to. It is a pretty good size watch. Rather a flat look across the wrist. Solid case back with the image of a great white shark in the case back. Screw down crown, which is over here at the 4 o'clock. Easy to get a hold of. When it disengages, you can feel it through your fingers and you can hear it. It does have a date complication at the 6 o'clock, so the first pull allows you to set the date. Second pull hacks the movement, allows you to set the time. Push it back in, it cranks up again, and the threads engage very easily and allow you to get that water resistance back. Nice, smooth, but firm bezel action. It's very vocal, but it does not feel cheap, and when you lock it down in a position it stays locked. You can see there's no slop in the bezel. Nice coin edge bezel, which I'm a big fan of. Quick release spring bars. I won't be using those. I'll keep them. I'll keep this watch on the bracelet that it came with, which is an O style. You're not allowed to say the word, the shellfish name, or else Rolex comes and beats you up. Throw it on the wrist, and it fits beautifully on my 7¼ inch wrist, as you can see. The down the barrel shot shows that I've got plenty of, it just fits beautifully on my wrist. I don't think any wrist lower than a 6¾ inch wrist is going to be able to accommodate this without looking bad. That's just my opinion. Bracelet is beautifully made, milled out stainless steel clasp. Symbol fold over, single close, and still some tape on there. There's still a little tape on here. For some reason, I don't know why, Hector could probably chime in and explain in the comments. He covered this whole section with Scotch tape. He did a great job. It was beautifully fitted. It was trimmed nicely, but it didn't look right to me, so I took it off. So, hey, it's my watch now. I can do what I want, right? And it's still a little remnant of Scotch tape, which will irritate me to no end, but I can't deal with it now. So, I think he was just trying to protect it from desktop diving scratches, but I'm not too worried about that, so I took the tape off. But he basically sold me a perfect watch. As a matter of fact, the day after I got this watch in, he dropped his video review of the watch. So I thought that was kind of funny, actually, that he sold me the watch, and then the day after it shows up at my house, his review shows up on my screen, which is kind of funny if you think about it. But so let me go over with my sheet of facts here, the particulars of this beautiful watch. Beautifully polished on the sides, by the way. Really nice polish on the sides and satin finish everywhere else. As I said, this is the Great White version 2 in the forged carbon. It's forged carbon dial and forged carbon in the bezel insert. It is, as I said, similar in design to the Mako. It's just a bigger version of the Mako. The Mako is a 40 millimeter case. This is a 43. The movement inside is a Miyota 9015. Obviously a well-established movement, very tough, very reliable, easy to service. 120 click bezel, which I've already demonstrated. Sapphire crystal, as you would expect at this price point, and the whole thing, the bracelet, the clasp, the case, is all 316-ounce stainless steel. All of very high quality, all of very high finish, as you would expect from the king of micro brands, that being Zelos. And no, to reiterate for the upteenth time, I don't work for Zelos. I don't get paid by Zelos. I don't get special treatment by Zelos. I am a Zelos fanboy. And I will sing the praises of Zelos as long as they'll let me. Oh, you can also see a very nice taper from about 22 millimeter at the lug. Looks like down to about 20 millimeter at the removable links. The links, by the way, are removed by screws. As I said, it is a 43 millimeter case in diameter. I did not measure the thickness, so I apologize for that. Didn't get around to it. Not a terribly thick watch. Eyeballing it looks like about 13 millimeter to me, but don't quote me on that. And the crystal does have a slight dome to it, but this watch still should fit under a long sleeve casual shirt or a sweatshirt or a sweater. Definitely not a dress watch though. But you knew that. 50 millimeters on the lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug width, 300 meter water resistance. So it is a true diver. Take it swimming, take it diving, take it snorkeling, shower with it, get thrown in the pool with it, do whatever with it. Just make sure the crown is screwed down. By the way, it is a loomed and screwed down crown. Do whatever you want. Just make sure the crown is locked down. And you will have no troubles. No bubbles, no troubles, as they say. Very easy to line up the pip, the 60 minute mark with your minute hand, which, as we all know, is how the dive watch works. Oops. Can't leave it off center. That would just make me crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Beautiful watch. I've always loved the Great White. The only reason I sold the other two was people made me really good offers on both of the watches that I sold. And I used that money to fund, I believe I actually funded the purchase of my Swordfish Damascus by selling the two Great Whites. So a worthy sacrifice, but I'm glad to have another Great White watch back in my collection. So that's it. I mean, thank you to Hector. Shout out to him. Winding Crowns. Go check out his channel. It's bigger than mine. Dang it. It's a great channel. He really does a great job with his watch reviews. Give him a sub if you will, if you haven't already. But meanwhile, I'm going to wrap my video up by saying that, or asking you that if you did find this video to be entertaining and informative and useful, please click that thumbs up button. That does help with the YouTube search algorithms, and that's a good thing. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to troll me or you're going to leave links in my comments section which take people to bad places on the web, I will delete the comment and I will block you. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. Please feel free to watch as many videos as you like. Watch the videos of my other Great White reviews as well. I think there are 3 others, at least, and some comparison videos. All I ask in return is that you do click that red subscribe button before you leave. And when you do that, don't forget to click the bell icon, so that when I upload new videos or I do live streams, you are alerted to those things. Meanwhile, as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazy old world out there. It is not getting any less crazy. So I do ask everyone out there to please, when you're out and about, be safe, be careful, stay well. See you soon.